Hello, familia. Can you tell something different? So I bought a new curling iron. I did a hair tutorial. It's a tiny one. Look, it's this little itty bitty micro curling iron, and girl, I look like I'm from the 80s. I swear, I'm like, what? I am tripping out. But hello, if you're new here, welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you're new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Insta because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to my oldies but goodies. Fam, me and this hair, we are vibing. So you guys, it's the end of the year. So many of you asked me to do recaps. I can't do recaps of all makeup categories because I'm also vlogging this year, and that's something that's very different for my channel this year. And vlogging takes a lot more time when it comes to editing, and I do 2 vlogs a month, so I need to set some time apart for the vlog, which is why I'm just gonna do the foundation recap. And then throughout the year I do recaps of like favorite blushes and bronzers and things like that. I do have playlists here on my channel, so if you want to check them out, I categorize everything so you can see and make it easier for you to watch. So in July, I did my favorite top foundations at the moment. So it was 13 foundations. So today's gonna be that second video slash follow-up video from that one. So today we have, I think, 12 foundations I reviewed in latter time of the year, which is what we are right now. I waited till the very last minute because I knew A brand was gonna release a foundation, and sure enough, e.l.f. released their new hydrating foundation. I did swatch them for you, so I'm gonna be demoing them while I give a very quick recap because I have full reviews on all of these foundations. There's not a foundation here that I have not done a thorough review for you. I will link those videos down below. If you have a question about any one of these, I have a review for it. So like you guys know, I do have oily skin. I don't have sensitive skin, and I'm medium to tan skin tone with a neutral undertone. So that's what I really cater my foundation test on, is all that. Shade matches, that it matches perfectly. I have oily skin. I wear makeup for long periods of time. We're gonna start off with the skin tint types and then move on to foundation. Revlon released this Serum Tint SPF 15 foundation. I love it. I think it wore very beautifully. It has pigment. It glides very nicely, and it really hugs the skin well. It is very moisturizing, so if you do have oily skin, it doesn't mean that you don't or you can't wear anything hydrating like this, but just beware. I would suggest to maybe set a little bit better or a little bit more when you're using a serum, especially if you wear your makeup for a long period. Because it has great texture, it really grabs onto the skin. I do find that some things that have thicker texture tend to have a little more pigment, and you can work with it a little bit better, and you could build it up. So this one is just like, it just glides to the skin beautifully. Moving on, Shiseido. So Shiseido released this Revital Skin Glow. It is a very lightweight skin tint, but what I like most about it is that yes, it wears very well. This is not my shade, Maple 350. I think I need to go one up. Not only did it wear very well, it has a lot of skincare ingredients where it's like the skin drinks water and it's super hydrated. It really benefits the skin. Your skin looks glowy. You have pigment. It lasts all day. It's not very pigmented. I would say the Revlon's a little more pigmented than this one, but I really liked it because it's a perfect no makeup. It's a very lightweight skin tint. It is pricey though. She's a pricey girl, so just beware. But yeah, I really like this. I think it wore very well on the skin, and it just really provides that hydration and glow, and it's in the name, you know. This one, literally brand spanking new, Covergirl released the Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence. I just reviewed it and I compared it to a high end, so those videos are up for you. This is wow. I've never tried anything with these beads, and these beads, when you warm it up with your skin, that's where the pigment is, and I was very skeptical. I'm like, I don't know about this. This seems a little Mickey Mouse. It could be a little gimmicky. It could be like, you know, but no. This pigment is beautiful. It's a great lightweight pigment. It's not like full coverage pigment. Hold on, I'm not comfortable. You guys, I need a pillow because I've been on one today. There we go. Am I good here? Yeah. This one, wow, it is pigmented. It lasts all day. It blurs the skin. It goes on smooth. It's amazing. I just was so surprised how good it was because I didn't really have high expectations on this bad boy. I thought it was like, but no, it worked out very, very well. I've used it a few other times and it works out the same. The only thing about this one is my shade is 40 medium. I think it's a little too light. They do have shade 50 medium tan. I did order that one, my better shade match. This is super, super light. You guys can see when I swatched it, it was very, very light. So just a FYI, the shade, it was my fault because I picked it. But this is bomb. This is great. This is like an everyday makeup. If you're not trying to use a lot of makeup, you just want your skin to look super glowy and hydrated, this is for you. Talking about hydrating, Estée Lauder released their Futurist Skin Tint Serum, and that's exactly what it is. It's super pigmented. It's long wearing. The suggestion I would give you is when you apply it, let it sit a little bit and then blend out, because it needs that time to sit to give you that nice hydrating coverage. When you first take it out the bottle, it's very lightweight and you're like, wait, where's the coverage? Give it a second or two to just dry down a little bit and you get a little bit of a thicker texture. Therefore, that will provide you a better coverage, and it's buildable. I really like it because it's lightweight and very pigmented. It's like a very lightweight foundation, I would say. I think it's more on the foundation family than like a skin tint. I feel like Estée Lauder always provides great coverage. That's the thing. Next one up, this, I like this one. The only thing and a big deal is that their shade ranges run super warm, like legit yellow. You guys can see here, my shade is very, very warm. The only reason it's on this list is because it is a good foundation. It wears well. It's super hydrating. It's super pigmented. It really adheres to the skin. It lasts all day, and they are working on more shades. That's why it's here. If they weren't working on more shades, I would not put this in this category. We need more deeper shades and more neutral, actual neutral shades from Youthforia. It's a brand sold at Ulta. If you find your shade, this foundation is great because it's like a great coverage foundation, but it also feels very lightweight on the skin, you know? Fenty released her skin tint, what is it called? Easy Drop not skin tint, stick foundation. This is the perfect for an everyday makeup look and something very, very quick. I did a 10-minute makeup look using this because this is just how great it is. For the most part, stick foundations are really quick because they're not messy, they're not liquidy. You can just place it all over, blend, and you're basically good to go. And this is what this is. It is a light to medium coverage. I wouldn't categorize it as a full coverage. Just love how it blends into the skin so beautifully. It evens out the skin very nicely in a very lightweight way. So that's always nice. You won't look cakey, and it dries down a little bit matte, so it really hugs the skin. Fenty, for the most part, does makeup very, very well. I really like this. Is just great. Great, great, great. e.l.f. You guys saw I've used this thing like 4 times already, and I filmed most of the time because e.l.f. released this Camo Hydrating CC Cream. It is literally what is in the name. It is a very hydrating, pigmented, something with the thicker textured formula. I absolutely love. It is very hydrating. For an oily girl, I liked it. I thought it wore very, very well. It didn't break apart. I didn't look gastada. I wasn't looking super greasy. I was a little glowy, reflective a little bit at the end of the day. It was 12 hours that I wore this, you know, so that's always gonna happen, especially if you don't like touch up your makeup. This is great. It's 15 bucks. It's hydrating, it's pigmented, it lasts all day, it works well with powders, different makeups, very movable. So that's very, very nice. So MAC, you guys know, do we have to even talk about MAC anymore? I love MAC. I think MAC does makeup very well. They released the Studio Radiance Studio Fix, or the Studio Fix Radiance Serum Foundation. Very hydrating. A thin formula. It's thinner than the original Studio Fix, so I really, really like that. It did provide much more a skin-like feel and look to your skin as opposed to like the full coverage that MAC is known for. I really liked it. I think it worked out very well, especially on oily skin. It is literally what's in the name. It's radiant, it's pigmented, it lasts all day. It really hugs the skin well. That's what's very important to me when it comes to foundations, is that foundations really adhere to the skin well, because they don't really dry down. I don't want it to dry down matte because none of these are matte, but if they don't dry down at all, it means it's gonna be moving all over the place, and we don't need that. We need something that has a little bit of dry down and it hugs the skin, you know? Glossier. I wasn't sure about this because Glossier is that type of brand that is just like your everyday, I'm gonna just put some liquid blush and a lip gloss, call it a day. And we're not like that here. We like a full beat like today, you know? We like a good amount of makeup to cover up all our manchas. Especially me, I do have hyperpigmentation, and that's what I focus on too, to cover up. So I need pigment. We need that good pigment, and this, wow, it was very surprising how pigmented it was. It's a radiant foundation, but we know that Glossier, that's the type of brand that they are. Very radiant, hydrating, skin-like feel. This is a little more than skin-like because it is very, very pigmented, but this again worked out very, very well. They have a great amount of shades. It's not too expensive. It lasts all day. I was just more surprised how good it was than anything, you know, but yes, this is a good one, and the shade match is perfect. I will have all the shades on screen and below for you, so you know, I got you. Talking about shade, this is literally my perfect shade. This one and Elf. Oh no, I would say these are my perfect, literal perfect shades. REM Beauty released their highly anticipated foundations. Again, I wasn't too sure because I haven't used a lot of their makeup, and the makeup I've used, I wasn't really all. It was good, like the eyeshadow palettes were good, but it was just nothing extraordinary, so I wasn't really excited about this, but a lot of you guys wanted me to review it, which is why I did, because I wasn't gonna review it again because I was just like, but no, wow. This is, I would say, one of the thicker foundations in the bunch. It has a thick texture. It really reminds me of like those old school foundations, like those matte ones that don't move, but as you apply it, it provides nice pigment. It's thick and it does dry down. This, I would say, is probably the mattest of the foundations, although it's not matte. Because that texture is thick, I feel like it does dry down a little bit faster. It provides that coverage. It does have like a radiant finish, especially throughout the day with skin warm. Something about this, it just reminded me of a new school full coverage foundation. It's breathable, it's blendable, it's pigmented, it provides great coverage. Yes. Another brand I was not excited about was Polite Society, and again, you guys really wanted to see it, so you know I'm always down with the get down. And oh, look at my curl. You guys know I have straight hair, like my hair is bone straight, so me looking at myself with this curly bob, girl. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, I wasn't excited about this. Wow, this is a skincare ingredient foundation, very pigmented. It does glide onto the skin well. It's very radiant though. If you're not into the radiance, these two kind of remind me of one another. This one's just a little bit thicker. It does last all day. The shades are great. The original founder of Too Faced is now the founded this. This was another one that was very surprising. I was pleasantly surprised how well this worked. Very hydrating, very radiant. When I see very radiant foundation, I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't know, because is it gonna last long? Am I gonna look gastada? Is it gonna provide pigment? And it does all that. It really hugs the skin so freaking well. I was using this one a lot because I was like, dang. And the packaging is cute. It's a little egg that literally stands out from all your foundations. None of the foundations I've showed you here look like an egg, huh? You know? Okay, last but not least, and the foundation I have on right now is William Tuttle. I believe he's a makeup artist, and a lot of pro makeup artists use the brand. I purchased mine at Namies. I vlogged it. Remember when I went to Namies with Jessica? I ended up finding my correct shade. So it looks like this. This is a $15 foundation, and it just glides onto the skin so nicely. It's pigmented. It's very movable, so if you don't like that, it may not work for you. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Vaseline, where you know how it moves? It dries down a little bit, but something about this formula, it really just brings out the beauty and your natural skin warmth. This really just hugs the skin well, and it wears very well. This is the type of foundation that gets better through time. The more you have it on, like at the 4th, 5th, 6th hour, your skin just looks beautifully radiant. It's not too pigmented, so it can be applied very thinly, where it kind of could look like your skin but better. Super creamy, super blendable. It's not your typical like pot sort of things. I feel like these usually have like a more of a stick. Hold on, girl, this thing fell. Typically have like a thick feel in a pot. Like it has a bit of a mattifying feel, but creamy at the same time. This is more just creamy pigmented foundation. So if you want something super quick with coverage for 15 bucks, get this. This will probably just be at your local beauty store. I will try to link it down below where I can find it, because I originally purchased mine online and then I went to Namies to get my correct shade. William Tuttle, it's not new. I found it on TikTok. I'm like, you know what? I reviewed it this year, so it's in the new category. You know what I'm saying? So this is it, fam. These are all the foundations I thought worked out so well. Foundations now are very hydrating and radiant. All of these foundations are literally hydrating, radiant. They do give the skin a glow. We no longer see as much matte foundations, but because these are radiant, hydrating, glowy foundations, they do have good pigment, longevity, works well on oily skin, have a bunch of shades available. That's where foundations are going, I feel like, right now. And it's been like this for a couple of years now. I get questions as to like, why is every foundation radiant? Honestly, I just think that's what really works for people, because you can always mattify a foundation with powders. When you have a very matte formula foundation, you can't unmattify it unless you add oil to it or a skin tint to it. But without doing anything, I find that formulas like this, like hydrating formulas, are great because they're more adaptable and you can update it however you want. If you want to mattify it or create more coverage, you put a little bit more on and you really just mattify with some setting powder. You can always add setting powder underneath your foundation, put foundation, set that mug down, even set it again or add a little more powder foundation and you're good to go. So that's why I personally like that hydrating foundations are where it's at right now, because it really works. I think it works out very well and it looks more natural on the skin, especially with skin warm. When you're wearing it, it just looks better. Looks better instead of cakey or cracky. You know what I'm saying? Also, with foundations that I always talk about, but I want to explain a little bit more, is skin care prep. Always wear, what am I saying? Always have a good skincare regimen. Whatever that is, the basics are washing your face, adding like an essence, something hydrating that really dries down, a moisturizer, and SPF. That's what I always suggest to have for a solid base so that your foundations can wear well and your skin also has that hydration and sun protection, especially sun protection. Also, eye cream. Eye creams are very important. They just hydrate the eye area. Trust me, there's times where I leave the house when I go to work out. I don't have any eye cream because I just leave and then my eyes are looking all crinkly because I don't have any hydration up under there, you know? So skin prep is important. You don't have to have a 36-step skincare routine. The main things are like an essence, a toner, moisturizer, SPF, and each step let it dry down for 2 to 3 minutes and then you move on. Don't just slap everything on because then you're not going to get the benefits of what that skincare is for. So this is it, fam. Happy New Year. I love you guys. The vlog is coming up for you after this video. Thank you guys so much for always supporting me, for always asking questions in the comments, for just giving me great ideas of video ideas and just in general. I appreciate you so much. Let me know which one is your favorite from here. Have you gotten any of these? And if so, how do you like it? How does it work for your skin? What's your skin type also? And what's your skin tone? So we can all help each other out, especially finding foundation shades, because you know, it'd be hard out here for a pimp, you know? Do you know where that movie's from? Okay, so this is it. I love you guys so much. Let me know what you think about my hair. Should I do it again? It took me like 40 minutes to do it. Let me know. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.